Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Astral Calling here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Tonight, many fun things await us, but before we get to those fun things, a few channel announcements. Number 1, my brain has completely left my body, so if I miss anything, I'm sure my friends will tell me along the way. Announcement number 1, other shows on the channel. We got shows, so many shows. Tomorrow night, the Tabletop Bros will be playing Baldur's Gate 3. I don't remember where we're doing or what we're doing, but it'll be a good time.
I remember we're close to leveling up.
Yes, we're very close to leveling up. We're getting to the point where I'll start taking rogue levels. Ooh.
Chad, I don't think I've ever seen you without your glasses. That was quite something.
Oh. Do it again, I missed it.
Oh, it was just going on the Twitch, too, because it's got the delay, so you said it soon enough that I could still catch it.
You're like a dramatic author.
What's
to
up?
say something about your
No,
work of
Will
literature.
needs no villain points tonight. You take that crazy.
Then on Sunday, Cozy Co-op returns. Will, Sarah, Emily, Stardew Valley with the new update. Join us as Sarah fixes Shane. Emily runs about
can make him better.
runs about the valley, and I figure out if I've learned how to correctly do the clay farming thing that speedrunners do. We'll find out tomorrow.
Can you farm frogs? Have you figured?
I've gone completely unspoiled into the update.
Gotcha.
So I'm going completely unspoiled into the update is my goal. Emily sent me a TikTok that was just everything new in the update, and I just replied to it without watching it, saying no, thank you.
A friend of mine who apparently plays Stardew was very excited about one particular animal being added into the game, and I'm like, great. Yeah.
Nice.
Never played.
Then on Monday, the Strength of Thousands adventure path continues. We're learning to fly a airship.
An airship.
An airship.
Or at the very least, fall with style.
Yes, we're falling with style. Oh, that's what I was going... I'll talk to Rose about it after. That reminded me of the thing I wanted to tell you about. Then, on Tuesday, we're back to Remnant 2. Datafang and Will. Remnant 2, Electric Boogaloo. With a dev. Will we beat the boss that made us want to take a week off of the game? Join us and find out. Then on Wednesday, Wild Ambition. Our party. Massive heroes. They did a good thing. They saved a city. They made a new friend. A quite valorous friend. Who I'm really excited to see Honey absolutely destroy probably at some point. I get that vibe.
I mean, he's being useful so far, so I don't think he has anything to worry about.
Then, on Thursday, we're off. So, if you want something fun to do on Thursday and would like to see Matt and I pretend to be vampires...
Yes, pretend.
Pretend to be vampires. Matt, if you were like Fruitbat IRL, I would be so worried for you all the time.
Is your vampire's name Fruitbat?
Yes.
I love that.
He hands out business cards that, if you flip them around, realize were made out of, like, TV dinner boxes.
Aww.
It's ambition.
What would a vampire do with TV dinners?
No, no, because he lives in the trash.
No.
He's like Shaggy without the stabilizing influence of Scooby.
That's a sentence.
Yes.
And then in contrast, there's my little vampire boy named Mika, who's an old French aristocrat. It is very, very insufferable, and I'm very glad to never play him again.
Amazing.
Don't say never.
He's so insufferable, I am tired of him.
That's
after
it.
I still
playing
haven't
him.
done like any vampire stuff. I haven't done like Curse of Strahd or anything yet.
At some point. But yeah, so we can go check out that. It's a really good thing. All Canadians. Has Squishy in it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then, on Friday, it's the Astral Calling, the show you're watching right now. And why are you watching this show? Well, because I personally believe it's because of the amazing people we have on it. And what's more amazing than the power of friendship? Maybe chronomancy, but that's dependent on your fandoms. So let's start off with someone who I could see harnessing the power of friendship to create some sort of large spirit bomb to destroy some sort of magical evil force attempting to destroy the world. Everyone's favorite magical girl, Rose, playing Luna.
That's a very specific use for the power of friendship, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm up to the challenge.
I don't know.
Give Rose
I
your
feel
energy.
like if magical girls became like a thing in the real world, just through like some like weird anime bullshit, Rose would be a magical girl.
Yeah,
That's what it
100%.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Already there.
Contract?
No.
Listen, I used my last devil point, so that's gotta come up at some point
I'm
here.
so
God,
scared.
that's
I'm so
right.
excited.
I'm so worried.
What? No fears. No fears here.
Some fear.
So many fears.
One
Been
fear.
a wonderful week, and I'm excited to cap it off with my crew here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Next up, a person who I would love to see pretend to be J. Jonah Jameson at some point. Chad, playing Vim.
Ask for pictures of Spider-Man. Do it.
I was just thinking that, like, I guess in a way, Spirit Bomb is like half power of friendship, half power of you guys don't want to fucking die, right? That's where my mind was. I'm not sure where the J. Jonah Jameson thing came from, though.
I don't know, I think I'm just going to assign fantasy characters or tropes to all of you tonight as the introduction.
Amazing. I like that J.
boy.
Jonah Jameson is a fantasy character.
Yeah,
I mean, he isn't real, technically, so he's fantasy.
Rude.
Do you mean fictional
Rude.
characters?
same thing.
Nope, he means fantasy now.
Yeah,
J. Jonah Jameson is part of the Fae Court.
I could see it doing.
I
I
thought he
could
was more of a dwarf.
I could see Jay doing pretty well there. But moving right along in search of good times and good news. This next person, I could see being quite the effective sort of space pirate captain. We got Maya playing Rash.
Hey.
Hey,
I love
balloons!
when the balloons go off.
I still don't know how you do that.
I have no
I've
idea
googled
how you
it
do
like
it.
3 times and I haven't been able to find it.
It's the Asian Tower. Ooh, if I do 2 of them, it's confetti. Maybe?
But only sometimes.
The confetti
For
go?
only sometimes.
Oh, only sometimes. That's because I'm only half Asian.
I'm going
Hi,
to hell for laughing
everybody.
at that.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maya. I'll be playing your resident Gabo Granny. So yeah, chillin'.
Killing. Just killing for fun.
Killin' and chillin'.
Next up, the wise mentor that every hero needs to lead the way and eventually have die in front of them, Matthew playing Darius.
Say that again.
The wise mentor every hero needs to have along the way and then eventually die in front of them, Matthew playing Darius.
Okay, so I'm the one dying. Okay,
Yep.
I was worried you were like doing an a Johnny to me with, and I was gonna watch my friend who I consider the hero die. Yes, hello everyone. I'm playing Darius, the Forge Cleric. 2 things I wanted to bring up. 1, we mentioned the Spirit Bomb. Spirit Bomb has a terrible track record. The only villain it's actually ever defeated was Boo. And
Who is my favorite Dragon Ball villain?
I love Boo.
second
I love
thing,
Boo.
something is possibly interacting with the milk I had for dinner badly in my stomach, so if I run away at one point, you know why.
Aww.
Yeah.
And last but not least, someone who I could see being a fantastic slice of life protagonist. just like living their best life and having like good, happy things happen to them sometime, and just getting to watch them just live a life of joy, is McKenna playing Eevee.
I'm too much chaos for that, but thank you. Hi everyone, I'm McKenna Ray-Tynan, playing Experiment 3 version 13, also known as Eevee. And tonight I will do my best, do what I can to bring all the chaos that I have within my silly little heart.
I get enough of that from Billy.
That's so true.
Chaos.
Listen, as much as I'm like, I love chaos, and then I play a game with Billy and I'm like, you know,
I still,
maybe I don't.
I still desperately want to experience
So
that
good.
at some point. Like, I want to experience full, unbridled Billy chaos and just revel in
Be
it.
careful what the fuck you wish for.
Yeah,
No,
you
it's
watch
great.
it in your mouth.
Unbridled Billy.
Do I-
Monkey paw.
Do I say that 3
We
times?
can't unbride Billy.
Stop.
What would happen to Rose?
Oh no! And last but not least,
The
hello.
ring is gone.
You manifested this.
And last but not least, the person who would be hit by a truck and not isekai'd. Hi, I'm Will, playing tabletop roles.
Did he go to another world? No, he's just
Dead.
Every bone in his body was
died.
broken.
I desperately want to just see someone make that gag
disagree.
at some point.
I feel like, no, you'd be isekai'd, but you'd be isekai'd into a truck.
Truck-kun.
I would
You
become
would
the-
be Truck-kun for
You've joined
someone
the League of
else.
Trucks. You must isekai others
I've
now.
been reincarnated
Carnated
by
is
into the car that killed me in the first fucking.
I wanted to get isekai'd, but I got reincarnated into a truck. Oh, that would actually be a show that exists, I bet.
They made the vending machine one, so
The vending machine one
There's
is
a
actually
vending
pretty
machine?
good.
Jesus fucking.
It's
Christ.
actually really good.
Will
can't
think
say
about
that,
things
Will.
before you say them.
Do you like this? Do you like when you say something stupid and we all go,
No, I'm
Yes,
quite honest with
yes.
you.
Just
If
I'm
I'm not gonna lie, I kind
listen,
of want to watch
the
it.
the bar of isekai, the bar of the modern isekai,
Just me!
the bar of the modern isekai is so low for me now at this point that the vending machine one was actually good compared to others.
Just
I don't know. I
because
feel
it's-
like if
Have you
anything,
considered,
my
if
bar
that many of them are
and
disappointing, that you should
Just-
try a different genre?
just because
I
it's
love
not
the
as deep
isekai
in the
genre,
trash
but
can doesn't
my
mean it's
tastes
not
have gotten
also
so
garbage.
specific. My
Rose,
tastes
did
have
you
gotten
see his
incredibly
eyes
specific.
glaze over when you said that? You said try to genre, and he really went.
What?
Like-
No, I'm
like
fine.
he-
I mean, just step a
Mentally,
little bit to
like-
the right. Remove the other world part, and you get like free run, which is great. So just do that.
Yes, it was very good.
Let's see.
I enjoyed it.
Just do more of that.
We
I
do
just
what
do
we
isekai,
need.
but then stick to villainesses.
Oh,
That's
yes.
my
I
isekai
like
genre.
that one.
Do what we
And
Isekai
desperately.
geared
Never
towards
disappoint.
women.
They never disappoint.
They're usually better. No, they're usually better
Rarely
because they
disappoint.
don't.
They rarely disappoint.
They don't usually have all the terrible fucking isekai tropes that I've hate now.
Yeah.
That I'm not like an edgy teenage boy. Listen,
They're great.
I had terrible taste as a young Will. I liked SAO. I'll admit to that. My palate has matured.
You're welcome. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's valid.
No, I've listened. I will
He
die
was
on this hill.
shamed into
Isekai
updating his
originally,
tastes.
as a genre, was geared towards women, and then it got co-opted by horny men, and it was
Like
bad after
everything
that.
else good. Like everything else good.
Then men.
And then men.
Then men.
Every time.
Like the entire sci-fi genre.
And on that
That's not what I
note,
said.
That's so real.
well, hopefully this sci-fi is
Thank
being
you, crazy. I was
better
gonna say
now.
it, but I was thinking it.
I'm going to roll
can't
the
see the
intro
chat.
before I slander myself further.
during that conversation.
Last time on the Astral Calling, our party found themselves between two groups of a gaggle of and there's no word that starts with G that's meant for battling. A gaggle of gangs. Well, I wanted to say like a gaggle, then have like another G word, and then gangs, and do like the triple hit, but it didn't work out. But last time, our party found themselves between two gangs, both alike in dignity, in the Marred Poppy system, where we set our scene.
Disagree. I think
What?
one of them had a lot more
Egg?
dignity than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, do you put your thumb at me, ma'am?
Yes.
My thumb, sir, but I do not bite my thumb at you, sir.
I bite it
my thumb.
directly at you.
McKenna's just like, I want them all to die.
No, I don't. I love Shakespeare.
But
Just love the
Shakespeare,
bard.
ooh woo.
after
Ooh.
Billy
this,
Shakes.
Go on, Will.
Woo.
You do your thing.
I'm gonna drink my Ramadan shot.
I'm going to sit in that for a second and let that process. There was a moment on Wednesday where I had to fully reboot on stream. We're good. But yeah, so last time on the Astral Calling, our party found themselves between two gangs, a gang of gifs and a gang of gifs.
No.
Terrible.
No. No.
Can't believe you did that. And then you made yourself mess up a bunch of times.
Gifts?
Yes, he did.
They're gifts.
Gifs.
Yes.
Yes.
Gifts
Gif
and gifts.
and gif.
Gith and gif. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes, McKenna? Okay.
Every day, Will. Every day we draw closer.
You'll never catch me, Matthew. I'm
It's
young.
so sad that
I
they're
don't have
not
to
going to
catch
let
you
you
if I
on the
break your
airplane with
legs.
those. I'd want to see it in person.
They're actually very painful.
Well, that's the kind of the point of
Ooh.
thumb screws.
I mean, yeah,
Is my
it's
understanding
metal nails
of how
going
they
into
work.
the top of your nails.
It
so.
sounds like a good time.
Oh, terrible.
It's a method of torture. It's supposed to be that.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Sorry, Rose.
Am I good? Can I keep going? Friends?
I don't know. Maybe we'll just take over this whole stream. Will.
Do it. It turns into the
You-
Astral
you
tonight.
had a
The
lot
Astral
of
Calling.
tangents.
The Astral Calling Tangent Talk Show, where we finally have a session where it just completely devolves into us all just chatting and hanging out for a few hours.
Terrible,
Well, I
truly.
guess I'll just sit over here and take a nap while y'all go on your anime bullshit or whatever.
But yeah, so last time our party found themselves stuck between a gang of Githyanki and a gang of Gifs. After Luna befriended the Gifs, as Luna tends to do with anything that is friend-shaped, they joined forces and fought off the Githyanki gang, and managed to actually do so relatively unscathed. Except for a moment where one of the Giths attacked Evie for a fair amount, and Luna went full kill the thing that just hurt my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I
Are we
love this.
putting labels on it?
Now that I have 2 levels of fighter in me, I can action search, and well, that just gets silly.
Yeah. As Luna dispatched the clearly terrible, awful Gith, we
Yes.
ended things off with the leader of the Gifs, offering to take the party down into like the area of the station that they have under their control to speak to their leader. Yes, tally ho, friends! I believe we're all ready to go.
Just to be clear, you are going to leave this location alone, right?
If you can convince our leader to do so, I'm more than happy to follow orders as such. But I'm giving you the opportunity to have us leave this area alone.
Oh, we will convince.
This is true.
Yes.
I do not
Alright.
see the hose I am supposed to tally.
Evie does not know how to respond to that.
Rash
I
is
don't think this is the right floor for that.
holding it in.
Yes, no, unfortunately the red light district is not in our sort of... The pleasure district is not in our sort of sphere of influence.
You have a spear of influence?
I knew you were gonna do it.
Yes! Pulls out a weapon. Look! He stabs someone. I am at your command, sir. See?
That seems
That
dangerous.
seems deeply immoral.
It's a spear of influence, which has now just become a magical item.
But how would you have
Nice.
a pleasure district inside one of those?
Not inside of this, but inside of the effect of it. Would you like a spear of influence?
It sounds
I mean,
like a
if you're
very
giving
powerful
them
magical
away.
item. I think that a dream god that
May I
we know
see it?
would probably
Question?
appreciate such a thing.
Yes, here, have a spear of influence.
Alright, I try and snap it over my knee.
As you-
knee?
I'm like, don't you, Vin could use
how
that.
how do you snap it over your knee as a centaur person?
I have two knees out front. I sort of kneel down with my knees out front, and I just bring it down. Hold on. Athletics. Nat 20.
As you shatter the sphere of influence.
Now
A
it's
spear? Is it a spear?
changed.
Shit,
It
how do
changed.
how did I...
Here. No, it's not. You gotta pick. Are you gonna say it wrong or
Fought
right?
so hard for that F sound too, and it's just in the wrong spot.
As you break it,
Now
Darius,
it's
can
just a
you
dagger of influence.
make me a
I feel like a dagger
Wisdom
is a lot
saving
more
throw?
compact.
Wisdom saving throw.
yes?
21.
That's a failure.
What's the DC?
25.
Hmm.
Darius, a magical effect is now on you. That'll be a surprise tool that helps me later.
Hmm. I'm keeping the spear point.
That's fine. Oh no! My spear of influence!
It's fine. I have. It's fine. I have a permit.
To break people's belongings?
Yes, I'm a forge cleric.
Rash writes up a
Do not
little
question
note
it.
and hands it to him, and it just says, Darius is permanent. He can do what he wants.
Now I have 2 permits.
This has big. I had a drama class and now I have thumb screws energy to it.
I also have this rock.
Uh-huh.
Be careful.
But now I have 2
too.
permits.
If we show that too long on stream, Shy will show up.
All right, I'm gonna see how long I can hold this here.
Fair enough. As
Darius, why did you break his
spear
that?
of influence.
I felt it was a negative influence.
No, it was a spear of influence.
It could be both. It can be a negative
Do
spear
not
of
worry,
influence.
Luna, too much. Now it is dagger of influence.
Yeah.
Here you go, fam. just take it
All
from
the
Darius.
all the knives.
I would just like to point out that alright.
What would you like to point out?
Nothing. I'm very sad now.
Why?
You
Because
broke
somebody took
you,
his
you
thing
broke
and broke it.
you broke my spear of influence and then
Well,
gave
you
it to
know,
your moth friend.
Wait, weren't you giving it
I
to me?
apologize.
Or
You
giving
offered
to
it.
us?
But I didn't think you would just break. How would you feel if someone broke a gift that you gave them in front of you?
If
Very
it would make it
sad.
more useful for them. Look at his tiny barbs.
You're very utilitarian, aren't you?
I suppose you could say that. I do like utilities.
A tad emotionally distant.
I don't know if
I don't know
Maybe.
if I'd say that. I'd say not realizing how not distant sometimes. but
I feel Evie has a
Perhaps
lot of
emotional-
emotions. And very
perhaps-
good at expressing them.
Perhaps emotionally immature?
I
See,
kind of
now
leaned
that
down
is
to my.
actually rude.
I leaned down to my group like, apologies. I know this is probably a fascinating conversation for some people. Are we not concerned about a bomb?
Are we not walking as we're having this
Yeah,
conversation?
oh yes, of
I
course.
didn't
I
get that
assume we
impression.
were walking.
You're walking during this.
Okay.
I mean, we could have this walk in complete silence, Darius, but that feels a little awkward.
Can
I
I
mean,
whisper
I-
to Vim? I'm just gonna be like, hey, Vim, that dagger of influence could be useful during this meeting of convincing. Just a thought.
figure out how.
If it comes down
if
to
it,
that.
if it still works or figure that out.
If it comes down to it.
And don't worry, I can always repair the haft
You-
of the spear later. It comes from an old story about the spear of Theseus.
What's a Theseus?
Who is a Theseus?
What's a Theseus with
Why
you?
is it Theseus?
Or when?
Where's a Theseus?
Nowhere. They are, I think, very, very dead.
Way to bring the energy
on
down.
this conversation.
We very much have. Thank goodness we've already made it down to our little base of operations.
Ah,
They just lead you to a building. It appears to just be like a basic apartment building.
This is apropos of nothing, and this is nothing to do about our specific setting, but I always just find it so funny to me where you have, like, a space station. It's like, it is a structure. It is a, like a building, essentially, but then they make buildings inside the buildings.
Yeah.
I always love that in sci-fi. I'm like, this is a big enough artificial thing that we've built even more artificial buildings inside of it. We could just have rooms. but
It's
no,
a
we build
housing.
building.
It's a housing turducken, some might say.
Ooh.
I mean, what are apartment complexes if not buildings and smaller buildings?
Apartment complex. I actually find it quite simple.
Are you saying a nymph fried this right?
How would Luna solve the housing crisis?
Well, everybody gets a house.
Very
I mean,
Luna-core.
it's-
incidentally,
simple.
that's also how Evie would solve the housing crisis.
Done.
There's no crisis.
Rush would
if
probably
everybody
solve
has
the
a
housing
place to
crisis by
live.
killing those in government.
Goblin. Just goblin things.
Understandable,
goblin things.
honestly.
Well, sometimes you have to do one thing to do the other thing, so
It's true.
it all works out.
Like, I was going to say build everyone houses, but you guys skipped right to the end.
Fair enough. But yes, they'll lead you into the apartment building, up an elevator, and they'll just, as the elevator opens, you'll see this very garishly decorated, like, penthouse that has, like, golden statues, but, like, it's, like, plated, like, painted on gold, and a bunch of very pretty modern artwork. It's just, like, shapes on shapes on shapes on shapes. And sitting in the middle of it on a those like lounging couches is a GIF, and just in their mouth right now is like just like half a thing of grapes like dangling in there, like they're like mid eating an entire thing of grapes.
Oh, I also like grapes.
This guy's energy seems really different than the rest of y'all's energy.
Not the hedonism gif.
Greeting, friends! Greetings! Please come in, relax, sit down, enjoy yourselves. Would you like some grapes?
I would love some grapes, but we cannot relax because there is a big bomb that is threatening to blow up the whole station.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be very bad for my bottom line.
Yeah, it
And you're
It would be very bad for your
be.
bottom.
That's true. Kind of a mini black hole situation.
No, do not worry. They're out of the system.
Oh,
Okay.
good for them.
Yeah.
He's
So,
so fucking lost.
Rash
yeah,
is holding it in. She does not want to say anything in front of the teenagers.
we've got black hole bomb situation going on. We kind of know generally where it is, but it's one of those things where if you fuck with it and you don't know what you're doing, you're just going to set it off.
Good to know. I will endeavor to tell my men not to fuck with things. They don't know what they're doing.
Luckily, I do know what I'm doing, so
Right.
Do you?
go down there and take care of it. It's just a matter.
Oh yes, Evie is
Getting
very
to it.
smart and very familiar with the technology.
She has
One
contained one before.
One
Oh.
could say Evie is the most experienced person in the universe at containing these bombs.
We are very proud of her.
Is technically correct.
The best kind of correct.
That is the best kind of correct. I agree.
And
So,
very impressive.
Yes,
What-
she is.
And
we
if
kind-
you have ever seen a hippo clap, now you have.
Amazing.
Terrifying.
So
Beautiful.
what we kind of need is to make our way down to the sections where the Calstigian Order
Ooh.
are running
Oh.
things.
Ooh. Ee. Ow. Ooh. That's. Ow.
A lot of vowel
We,
sounds.
we do
a
not
lot
like
of
them
vowel
either.
sounds.
That's a bit of a tough one. Those people are right bastards.
Yes.
Yeah, we've had a few run-ins.
Yes, I mean, they have even co-opted some of the station's own security devices. As the few scouts that I sent down there, one of them came back completely riddled. He looked like a walking slice of Swiss cheese.
He was still walking
You
after
came
that?
back?
Well,
They
yes,
have a cheese ray.
yes, we have. I don't believe. Thankfully, I suppose you've never seen any of my men die. They have a necromancy chip in them that turns them into zombies after, so they can continue to serve the company.
Oh, big
Ah.
yikes.
So how's everyone
Um,
feeling about me breaking
Are
this
they
guy's spear?
serving
No, no, no.
them cheese?
What?
I think it's also worth mentioning.
I will say
There's-
they do consent to this addition to their person when they join up, so it's not like it's something that isn't consented to. So
Sure.
Do they consent, or does their paycheck require them to consent?
I mean, if they don't want to join the company in that regard, I do offer them other service. Like, we don't have our desk staff and our clerical staff have this implant.
Right.
And when I say clerical
just-
staff,
I'm
I
just
mean
gonna-
I feel like they need to repeat this. I mean people who are doing like paperwork and things, not
No, I-
actual clerics.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I'm just
understood
gonna
from the
move
context.
on past that. So the other thing that I think is important to relay to you is that there's no great treasure here on this outpost.
No,
It's literally just Helios's club.
I know I used to love that club, but you know once
There are great drinks.
the Gith showed up and started fighting
the drinks
everyone,
are
and the
good.
Calestigian Order showed up and started fighting everyone, I thought I'd throw my hat into the ring because, to be quite honest with you, out of all the bastards on this station, I feel as though I, like Helios, am one of the more tolerable runs.
What if, just throwing this out there, instead of trying to take it all over, you try to work with Helios?
Work with Helios.
Yeah, I mean,
In-
2v1v1 sounds a lot better than 1v1v1v1.
But what if
It
it's
can be very lucrative.
2v1 v1 v1?
No, there's too many ones there. It's just,
No, because there's the Helios and myself, and then 2v1, v1, v1. So the v1 is the Gith, and then the v1 is the Calestigian Order. I think
no, you
I-
had a third one there. You put a third one.
so we
Extra
did
one in there.
2v1, v1, v1.
That's what you
Ah,
went with.
sorry, these
But-
grapes are slightly fermented.
So, but yeah, what I'm saying is
Oh.
one team of two versus a couple lone teams.
May I?
No,
Rash
go
is gonna
for
rage
it.
very great.
Is a bit better of a situation than a free-for-all, especially when one of those is a raging group of psychos that want existence to stop.
That would be bad.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we have to get down there, because while everybody, treasure or anything, if they find that bomb, they're probably gonna like that.
They will in entirety bomb everyone.
Make me a persuasion check, someone in the party.
I do this.
I was like, it's you or me, Chad.
This is what I
Don't
am
have
supposed to be good at.
Can I give the help action?
I automatically have advantage because of
Oh,
being an
never mind then.
Octarian.
Just kidding.
26.
Nice.
You know what? There are certain merits to your plan. A few hiccups. And please allow me to point those out for you, just ever so quickly. Number one, to get down into the lower floors that the Calistigian Order controls, you would need to get through the Gith.
Yeah.
And they suck. Everyone hates them.
I don't know. We took care of quite a few just now.
They didn't seem great, but that was going to be a thing. Like, we're headed that way regardless.
You're headed that way regardless.
Because we kind of have to stop this bomb.
Yes, but I'm just saying. So there's that hiccup. And then the general hiccup number two is that, as I've said, the Calistigian Order has sort of co-opted the station's defenses down there. And I don't believe my forces alone, even with Helios's forces, and I'm sure all of you are very skilled, but I don't know how well you would do against mechs or such. I don't believe that in our current state, myself, Helios, and your ragtag band of friends, found family, I don't know where you're all sitting yet, but in your ragtag band, I don't believe it would be enough.
No.
What would make it enough?
I mean, is it? And I know this is a long shot, but if you were to, I don't know, convince somehow the Gith to join up, or maybe supplant their leader.
I mean,
I looked at Rash.
I'll go do it.
we've been kind of running on the, hey, these people probably shouldn't be doing this thing, and doing it anyway, kind of train for a while now. Going, checking out these Gith and seeing if we can redirect them one way or another. Feels a little par for the course.
I like this plan.
Keep it a little loose, not go in with any specific, we have to do it this way. Just kind of check it out as we get closer.
You'll find we can be very persuasive.
Yeah,
Just to be
one way or
clear,
another.
The plan right now is to go into the inner sanctum of the group of people we just fought and killed 6 of.
Well, in fairness,
Yes.
Okay.
none of them are witnesses.
Yes, I mean, as far as they're concerned, they all died to my men.
Right.
You should all have a clean slate.
Okay. We'll just have to hope that they didn't have anyone scrying or have any sort of, relay devices, or, look at how they died and discern that some of them were stabbed by a whip sword instead of shot with a gun, or really any kind of forensics. But it's worth a shot.
Oh, Evie, they
Oh,
don't
wait,
strike me as the forensic type. They don't strike me as as smart as you type.
No, they don't use forensics, they use psionics.
That could
Evie
be a
just sort of
problem.
looks at him and decides that it's not worth explaining.
That could be a problem. However, wasn't this fight right outside of Helios's area?
Yes.
So it's a little bit in the weeds. I don't know if they're necessarily going to be retrieving bodies.
I mean, to be fair, we were both of our groups were on a bit of an expedition outside of our spheres of influence.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I don't think they're going to be retrieving bodies. I wouldn't think that would be the...
We will cross
priority?
that bridge when we get there. I am happy-go-plucky enough that I think that it will work out.
Okay.
I think it's worth at least checking the area out, seeing if there's anything we can do to make them less of a hassle, even if it doesn't end with them being fully like on our side of things.
I agree. I think that this is as good a course of action as any.
And hey, lots of people don't want to stop existing, so
This is true.
even if
It's
they
very practical.
even if they still hate everybody else, they might just have a little extra motivation to stop the lunatics.
I have ticks. Get them off.
To stop
Oh.
the to stop
Maybe
the non-existence cultists. Should have thought about that one
Sorry,
before I
got
said
myself with
it.
that one.
That was good. That was really good. Rose, get a hero point for that.
Yeah.
But if there is any help that you can provide, even just getting there, even if getting to the...
I mean, as far as I know, like we sort of have a, how do I put this? There's sort of a non-aggression pact. Right now, we're not really going after each other in the areas we control. We were kind of focused on knocking Helios down a peg or two. Just, sometimes it's fun to take on the head honcho. You know what I mean?
Well,
So,
maybe there can be a little bit of conversation between you and Helios that involves not doing that for now.
I mean,
at
to be fair,
least.
Helios is a bit of an ass.
Sure,
There's
but
also nothing wrong with a ceasefire until everyone is in a safe zone where then you can go back to killing each other.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
he's also probably not going to blow himself up to stop this entire station from not existing, or stop it from existing. So,
Speaking of, should we maybe get underway? I'm
Yeah.
just concerned.
So, to the gift?
Yes.
So,
yeah, I
do
think
we
that's...
have, I suppose as we're walking, we may want to discuss what is the plan. Are we going to challenge their leadership? Are we going to try and just talk to them?
I think we need to maybe just
We wanna
scout it
stealth it?
out first. I think we need to get a little bit of... Because we don't know a whole lot other than how some of them fight. So I think we might need to just
Brutally.
see a little bit more before we can decide whether it's feasible
I
to...
was going to just walk right in there and talk to them.
I think they might be less amenable to that than these people.
Why?
Maybe it's just these manners are tricking me. That's also the possible. But then again, we were able to kind of walk in and talk to them.
Listen,
I'm
I
not
say that
entirely
we
sure.
just back up Luna and we let Luna do her thing.
Let's at least see how things are as we're getting into their territory.
Well, how about this? We go as far as we can until it becomes obvious that we're about to encounter some people. Some of us hide. Vim, you have both mobility and probably decent amount of sneakiness. You could maybe scout a little bit ahead so we have an idea of what we're walking into. Don't go too far. Then you come back, and then we decide our move from there.
One could say that I'm an expert in stealth.
Should we say that?
Yes.
Chad,
Okay,
you rock.
we shall do that from now on then. So, do we want to try and advance a little slowly? Like, is the GIF coming with us as a guide, or are they just pointing us in the right direction?
The GIF can basically put you on an elevator that will pop you into the GIF's area.
They don't strike me as particularly stealthy, so...
No, they're not. They are hippo people.
weapons with guns.
With
and
guns.
explosives.
Yeah, the stealthiest of weapons.
So once we pop out of the elevator, do
boost.
we as a group want to be attempting to be stealthy?
Well, as you're heading down, I will say the elevators on the station are these like beautiful glass elevators that you kind of see, and like the Gith levels are very similar. It's like another sort of mini city on the station, and throughout it you can see just people kind of living their lives. There's some Gith Yankee walking around the streets acting as some sort of like enforcers. But other than that, it doesn't seem like anyone's like, it's not like the area's on fire, and it's not like there's graffiti all over the place. It's just sort of like under new management. And yeah, as you land, there is 3 Gith that are just kind of standing at the elevator entry point. And as you open up, they just kind of look you all up and down. One of them steps forward. Takes a look towards Luna. Says, hello and welcome to the lower levels. A few rules upon entry here. Please no violence to one another. This is a peaceful place. If you are seeking a fight, do alert anyone here and we can take you to a place where you can fight freely without endangering those around you.
Oh, I did not come to fight. That is okay.
Oh, like an arena? That sounds fun.
Yes, a sort of general ceremonial combat arena, yes.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
I actually came to speak to your leader to ask for help.
Oh!
Are we asking the Gith, possibly the most alien of ancestries in D&D, take me to your leader?
Yes.
Possibly. That's what it looks like.
They are currently in a meeting with a...
It is an emergency.
Yes, they're currently in a diplomatic meeting with another one of the groups on this station. But
It wouldn't happen to be the Calistigian order, would it?
Yes, they sent
'Cause
up
they want to
their...
murder literally everyone.
They sent up one of their diplomats to speak with our leader, and they've been in talks for some time. She was quite charming.
Are you sure they're still alive? Your leader person?
Well,
Our news has to do with this meeting, we
give
should say.
me a moment, and you see them like put like a thing, say, is Alaresh still alive? Yes? Yes, if Alaresh is still breathing, our leader is still alive.
Who is Alaresh?
Yeah.
He's one of the guardsmen that is sworn to our leader. It is a ritual that some of us do that it puts our lives into another's hands.
Would it be possible if someone were to have certain skills or magics to override this bond?
I mean, if you're a high-level caster who knows about it, yes, I suppose you could dispel it.
Just wary of this meeting because we've had some run-ins with the Calistigian Order, and they like everything ceasing to exist.
Make me persuade.
I will say this.
Oh, go ahead, Rash.
What we have to say may very well be something that your leader needs to hear for this meeting.
Another 26.
I think between Rash and Vim and Luna and everyone's discussion here, they kind of like look to all of you. We can I cannot escort you there. We have guard duty. It's very important we stay here. But we can send you to an escort to the sort of central government building here.
One.
Fair enough. We can send you an escort that way. And you can join in with the meeting, I suppose. Please, once again, though, do not... you are here as guests. We would ask that you respect the peaceful nature we wish to have.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. We didn't necessarily come here wanting to fight.
Out of character, these are the most reasonable Gith I have ever encountered.
This is great. I like them so far.
Luna
will
heard
see how
escort and is
reasonable they
tallying
are.
the hose. You still won.
Oh my.
Yes. A Githyanki soldier basically will lead you through like their little residential area to a pretty nice looking like central sort of plaza building that has a small arena built outside of it. And as you are led inside, you can see what appears to be a Calistigian Order diplomat group, which is a very strange thing to see because, like, you would imagine, like, you know, most of the time these people are trying to stop things from existing, but they have with them what appears to be 2 Calistigian knights with these like double-bladed swords. So imagine, if you will, handle in the middle, guard around it, and then sword. And combined with that, they're in this like completely black plate that completely covers their like face and body, so they can't really tell who they are. And then leading them is a humanoid woman with a dead-looking skin, sort of grayish, sort of corpse-like skin. And she appears to be mid sort of conversation with the Githyanki leader. As you enter, everyone, you hear her say, "So yes, we would love a chance for us to work together on this little project of bringing prosperity and a new direction to the universe."
I am.
Is the new direction everything being destroyed?
As you say that, Luna, you see this person, like, they kick out their right leg and, like, very, like, showily cross it over their left and then just turn towards you on their toes. And standing in front of you is a undead woman with long rainbow-dyed hair. One of her eyes just kind of, like, hanging out.
Interesting.
And this is who they chose as a diplomat? Okay.
I mean, she must have amazing personality.
She has this, like, beautiful, like, crop top blazer that then just, like, shoots down into, like, basically, like, a tux train. And then she has this, like, very poofy dress on.
Great style. Sounds terrible.
Hot mess.
I very much enjoy my look, thank you.
I didn't say that out loud.
Oh, fair enough. It's like,
that was that?
but
what
of
you
course we're going to end the universe. The best way to start something new is to have nothing at all.
I just sort of look at the gift waiter and I'm like, so you are entertaining the possibility of intergalactic genocide? Just to be clear.
I mean, they said that they would keep a number of people alive that were relevant to the Order, and
you bought that?
I mean, she's very... Yes, I'm very truthful, and I'm very correct. At all times, don't you know?
So gross.
Listen, I am a well-renowned idol. You can trust me. Please, allow me to introduce myself. Psyched.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, you're the one with the crazy fans.
Oh, I wouldn't call them crazy. I think devoted is the best way.
I mean, they are needlessly cruel to other women in your industry, and that's not something that I would support in your shoes. But
Well, they're very devoted to me, and to be honest, I am the best choice.
Sure.
Remember what we talked about
I
earlier?
still think that I will probably end up challenging you in an idol.
Will has introduced
but that
another
is for another episode.
Will has introduced another smug villain. Reset the clock.
0 days.
I mean, above table, maybe instead of a gladiatorial combat, it is an idol off between Luna and
Oh my
Psyched.
god.
I will be casting Turn Undead behind the scenes.
You could be casting Turn Undead right now, and
Well,
she'd have to
I was about to
leave.
say, I would have done it a moment ago if I wasn't worried the Gith would take it as an attack and they'd just swarm us.
Right.
I'm not playing a barbarian right now. I can't do those sorts of things,
Matt doesn't want to be
Rashes.
responsible for another member of the party dying again.
including me.
Yes, the Psycho just kind of like turns and looks at all of you. But yes, they're very devoted. They're very lovely. I love my fans. They're all such wonderful people.
And you want them all dead.
Oh, no, I want them to join me in the new universe.
So if you love all of your fans so much, and they all love you, how would they react to seeing you in a, say, deathmatch gladiatorial ring of sorts?
Oh dear, I don't get my hands dirty. I'm a bard.
While this conversation is going on, can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah.
And in general, I get for 10 minutes sensing magical effects and learning the school of magic, but I am really looking for effects on the gift of the enchantment school. Is what
So
I'm like,
technically speaking, Psyche has a aura of enchantment around her.
okay.
Enchantment?
It doesn't appear to it doesn't appear to be influencing the Gith in like a, oh, these people are brainwashed, but it definitely is affecting them and like maybe making them more not tolerant but palpable to her.
Right.
Palpable? Like more willing to listen to her. Palatable.
Okay. So.
I don't think that's quite right.
So kind of. All right. And Vim's gonna get just a tad bit closer.
Mhm. Are you going to enter into the aura? You can see basically like a standard.
Yes. Before he does, Vim is just gonna look to Rash and Darius and just be like, pay attention and cover me if anything happens. But I'm gonna step into the aura.
Okay, Vim, make me a wisdom saving throw. You have advantage.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I generally would have a feature for this. So.
You just use a hero point on that 17.
I am going to, and we're gonna see if it does what it normally does when I do. It did do what it normally does when I use a hero point. It went lower.
Vim, your eyes sort of gloss over for a second. And yeah, that's it. There's just nothing else changes, but you just kind of like feel you feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more like just more relaxed, more like open to things. There's no like magical effect like brainwashing you or forcing you to listen to her, but like you feel like a willingness to do so.
Well, that's not good.
This would have been so much cooler if I succeeded on that because I have cool shit.
I'm just going to try and cut the knot, so to speak. Here, excuse me, idle person.
Yes.
What would
Psyche.
What would we have to do for you to leave?
Oh. Why would you want
Please
me to
answer with as
leave?
few words as
I'm so
possible.
pleasant.
That's not the question I asked.
Starts
That
like
is not the word I would use to describe.
they start walking towards you, and you're such a fluffy boy.
You should stay there.
I'm gonna hold out my hammer in front of me, between her and me.
Oh,
We
big
perceive this as an
hammer.
attack. We perceive this as an attack.
She just puts her hands up. Well, I'm sorry. I'll step back.
Please
Walks
do.
backwards a little bit.
Because
You still have
I
to answer the
look
question
directly
again, I'm
at the gif she's talking to, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, do your city rules not have strict laws against such advancement?
Well, I mean, if I was going to do anything, but I didn't touch any of you or anything.
That is not what I asked, and I was not speaking to
It
you.
wasn't anything hostile. I was just walking. Am I not allowed to walk? Listen, I know you're up there in years, but people do that.
All right.
Once again, I perceive this as an attack.
I'm
Oh.
now going to turn to the GIF, and I'm
Yeah.
going to say, I do not wish to cause any violence within this your territory, but I cannot. How do I phrase this? I cannot abide the presence of this individual here, and I am convinced that I must make them leave. What would be an acceptable way for me to expel them from your territory that would not cause offense?
The gift just looks at you for a second.
Respectfully.
And you see them kind of processing this. Well, first of all, you can all tell me why you've come and interrupted my meeting.
I
Because
look at
the
my
person-
I look at my group just like I want to try and gauge from their reactions how honest I can be. Should I, put all our cards on the table here?
Evie was just gonna tell her straight up.
Oh, God.
I
no,
nod
no,
to Evie then. I see that look
I was
in
just
her
gonna
eyes.
wait for Evie to do it. Because either way, I'm swinging on this bitch.
The sentence plays over, but no.
I'm tired of beating around the bush, in pun intended, with these Chalcidian people.
I wish
If
we
no
beat
one
the
stops
bush.
her, Evie's just gonna say, "The person you are meeting with right now is plotting, or at least assisting in a plot to eradicate all life as we know it, from this galaxy and the next and the one after that, until this entire dimension has been completely subsumed by the Chalcidian Order. That will include you, eventually.
Yes, to make a
We
better
don't want
one.
that." Evie just sort of looks from her and then looks back to the Gith and is like,
I mean, look at this thing. And look how terrible it looks. It's awful. Just like pointing at Evie.
Alright. I mean,
No, I'm
That's
sorry.
it!
This is not acceptable. No, we will not need the violence. It is okay. You
Rash,
heinous bitch.
verbal attacks can be met with verbal attacks.
You heinous bitch. That is my.
I'm so conflicted.
And you are wrong. First of all, very wrong. And secondly, I counted. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, secondly, you are going to try to destroy everything. That includes you, Mr. Gith. Did you hear that? That includes you. They think they can do better than you.
Yes, but
Do
you'll
you
be
think that they should do
reborn.
better than you?
You'll be reborn into something better.
No. I'm not talking to you.
Something
I
pretty
am
like
talking-
me.
You should
No.
stop talking.
I would like the answer from, sorry, Gith leader. What is your name?
Razal.
Razel. Do you believe
I
that
just
she should
realized
make better
how
than
fucking
you?
close that is.
Do you
I'm
think
sorry.
that you should go away so that she can create something that, and look at the eyeball hanging out of her face, something that she thinks is better?
It's a fashion statement. I realize that you don't know much about it with the way you're dressed.
It's okay. Fashion statements can still be ugly.
This is the only thing holding Rash back at this point, is
Yeah, I like
listening
that.
to Evie just slay this person with words.
Oh, I'm so
I'm-
hurt by something
I'm
so
going to-
plain.
Subtly hand Rash the dagger of influence.
I thought that Vim had it.
I have it.
Oh, yeah. I
sent it
motioned
today.
with my eyes to get him to do that.
Raz will just kind of like look at you all. The death of the universe is inevitable. That's what I've been told.
By who?
Points to the Chalcidian diplomats. It'll happen at some point, speeding
Wait.
it
So
along,
do you always do as
and
you're told
allowing
by somebody
allowing
who's
all
not of your
people to be
people?
reborn in the new universe, guaranteed rather than having to risk it.
Why do you
So
think it's
you
guaranteed?
are believing the
Yeah.
heinous zombie lady.
She is very persuasive.
Yeah,
She's
she,
Doesn't
also
mean she's
very
truthful.
incorrect.
she is kind of persuasive. You got close to her too, didn't you? Did you
Yes.
shake hands? Yeah, that
yes.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Like, She's very persuasive. If someone wants to make if someone
I
in the
would
party
love
would like to make
a fucking persuasion
check to break this sort of like thing, Luna, what's your argument? What do you say? I'm curious. Because like here's the thing: the Calistigian Order, they're kind of one note with their sort of dogma.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, the argument, and this is really good for Luna, is like, okay, so like you're trusting this source who is telling you that it's gonna die anyway, let us just kill you all, but like you have no other source that says that the death of the universe and your people is inevitable. Also, look at her eye. You think she makes things better? That's worse. That's worse.
That's objectively worse for everyone.
Is that the future you want for your people?
Make me a persuasion.
And she will do an idol transformation using her magical wardrobe and look like a better fucking idol
Also,
than
guidance.
this undead
Listen,
skank.
there's no
Alright.
better idol than Psycha. I will
have an idol off with her.
We will
I
do
love
that one
undead
day.
Skank as an insult.
Insult. You undead skank.
23
Angry?
Persuasion.
Angry Luna is so fun to me.
I
You
love
can
it.
add a D4 with guidance.
I will add a D4 to that.
Which is me just
What-
hyping my girl up.
Nice.
That's a 26 persuasion.
Nice.
There's some blinking from the Gith. Yes, that actually makes a lot of sense. Why was I thinking like that? That was very defeatist of me.
She clearly has you under some sort of influence, and if that is not an attack in and of itself, then I do not know what is.
Yes, she has
My
you under her
personality
sphere of
is-
influence.
An assault on all of us? I agree.
I mean, you
My
can
my
have-
aura is simply my charm. Just because you lack it doesn't
Well,
mean that
no,
it has to be your problem.
Everybody can have like a reasonable conversation, but like, you do have like a magical thing going on.
In the interest
Like,
of
we can have-
maintaining the laws that I put in place here, Psycha, you may leave.
Nice.
I can help that along if we.
And the Gith, and Psycha just kind of looks at the Gith and says, "Oh well, I suppose it's just another group to add to the non-reincarnating list." And she just kind of like walks out. And as she's just like walking out, she like locks eyes with you, Luna, and she just straight up says, "Ah, to think someone so mid would be so effective. Oh well."
The last
toodaloo."
person who called me mid died.
It's true. I helped.
You see her
Evie
like
creates
she
like
pulls out like
100
a
pseudopods, all of them doing this.
she pulls out like a little phone. She like snaps a picture of you, Luna, and says, "Fair enough," and just walks away.
How did she get a
Rash
picture of Luna
can't-
behind all of the hands doing this?
Just
She gets a picture of 100
Pink,
this, and
pink
like behind
blobs.
them is the silhouette of like
Hey Evie,
A
your
bunny
phone,
girl in a trench
the
coat.
phone you have starts
Not even a
going
trench
off.
coat, like a whole idol outfit.
does the effect on Vim fade when she leaves?
Yes, the effect does
Okay.
fade. Evie, your phone starts binging with a bunch of notifications.
why? It's literally just a bunch of middle fingers. There's no identifying features there.
It seems
I
like
will
this.
look at my messages.
There is the most vitriol that you've ever seen. Is like an entire thing of like these. How dare you speak to Psycho like that? Go die! And just like a
Just
whole bunch of stuff like
immediate,
that.
immediate
God.
brigading.
A bunch of them have like these like blue check marks beside their profile. It's fucking awful.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say again, there shouldn't have been any identifying features there. That's part of why I blocked the camera.
They're probably reacting to being flipped off.
Then why is my phone binging unless people are tagging me in things?
People are
Or
tagging
is this
you.
like, huh?
People aren't tagging you. It's just like bing, 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 bing. It's like an area notification.
Gotcha. It's
Yeah.
like the news app on my phone that is constantly binging me about HuffPosts. Did you see Amazon is having a sale? Shut the fuck up, HuffPost.
Valid.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, I was like, how do these people immediately find my socials when there was no identifying features? I would also probably say Evie is probably not even pink at the moment. She's probably a very indignant, bruised shade of red.
Yeah. If Rash wasn't so green, she would be an indignant shade of red.
We are all defend Luna.
Well, Rash is defend Luna and also defend Evie, because, like, when she went after you, Rash was very...
Evie's heard worse. This bitch doesn't phase her.
Evie heard worse. Evie heard worse from her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evie has heard worse from her dad.
Evie's own creator told her to go die, so like...
Go
Aw.
die like I made you to do for me.
God.
Yeah. So she is not phased by this woman one bit.
So
But she does turn back around to the Gith after that really kind of childish display and just kind of be like, sorry, we were saying.
Just to make it clear for anybody, she definitely has magic around her if you get close.
As you perceived yourself, and I turn to the GIF. GIF? GIF?
Ha!
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn it! Turn to the GIF and
Oh, yeah, these are GIFs.
says like,
Raz.
as you very much perceived yourself just now, you would not normally have acted like that under any situation, would you have?
You can see them kind of rubbing their eyes. Yes, I do not fully understand what was going on there, but when she was around, her words seemed very appealing.
Magical charm.
And would you agree
going
with her
on.
ideals now?
No, of course not. Only fools and perhaps those who have lost hope would.
Then perhaps you might want to send out a warning or whatever you may have to your city, because this could be a perceived threat to your entire city.
Rash, make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Yeah. I have shit persuasion, so that advantage
I was
is
like, damn, I wish
mid.
that was me or Chad.
I know. I do too.
Rash is the one who made the argument on this one.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna use my hero point to re-roll that one.
Go for it.
Am I still rolling at advantage?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Come on, motherfucker. Wait, actually, hang on one second. Wait. Could I... No, never mind. That's not good either because I have no charisma. Alright, fine. Persuasion.
You have no riz.
I don't.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's how they work for me too.
I mean, a 13 is probably not like a catastrophic failure. It's just also probably not a success.
They
Yeah.
just kind of look at you. I believe that they will leave peacefully.
To go annihilate other parts of the galaxy.
Well, those are not my immediate problem. My first problem right now is this place.
Are you
Well-
aware of the bomb?
That's
Yeah,
what I
I'm-
was going to ask you about. You all said something about a weapon.
There is
Okay.
a bomb on this station that will create a black hole that will eat up space and all the people in it.
That's bad.
And it's in the area controlled by them. And can I say, I was very concerned there for a moment, but I had some stuff going on with my head. I was a little worried that you guys were going to divulge the bomb in front of her, because as far as we know, they don't necessarily know that the bomb is there. So I'm
Oh.
grateful that you didn't.
That is why I left the talking to Evie.
Oh, Evie would have made that mistake. I assumed the Calistigian Order already knew, and that's why they were here.
As far as I don't know how they would have found out about it, so I don't know if they
Also,
know.
Rash
about
was too angry to speak.
it. And I'd like to operate at the very least where if they don't already know about it, we don't tell them.
That's fair.
good news is Evie
yes.
knows how to contain the bomb.
Evie knows how to
because
contain
she
it.
has done so before. So we need your help. And alliance. We've also managed to get Helios and the GIF on our side. So I think all of us together, if we fought the Calistigian order and got down there, would be able to save this place and all the people. So you should join us in the power of friendship.
Sure.
Or if not friendship, a postponement and a ceasefire until everyone's peoples are safe and you can
Luna
all
with
fight
actual
each other
friendship
safely.
bracelets ready to extend.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
either
Luna.
A, you get rid of one of your competitors and avoid a bomb that
Or
would kill everybody
make
here.
a friend.
Or maybe the
Luna, how did you make those so
cooperation
fast?
sparks some kind of, some might call friendship, some might call business partnership of inspiration there.
The other thing that is worth mentioning here, I brought this up earlier as well. We were under the impression that some people were here with the understanding that there is some sort of treasure here that everyone is fighting over, and that is false. That is just to draw as many people to this location as possible so that it can cause the maximum amount of damage. It is my understanding that that is why you are here.
Yes,
in the
we
first
were.
place,
We
yes?
initially came here as, in search of the treasure that was extolled about online.
It is my regretful duty to inform you that you have been, I think the correct word is honeypotted?
That's a
Yeah,
shame.
a little bit of a bait and switch, like, oh, come here for this treasure. Actual bomb.
Actually, if you wouldn't mind sharing with me some of the accounts that were disseminating this misinformation, I would be much obliged.
Of course, scribe, and one of the GIF comes up, and they basically will hand you a tablet, and they'll be like, so it was these ones, and this one, and this one, and this one. Oh, also this account, and this account, and
I sent the whole list to my Facebook account.
yeah. That's a surprise tool that'll help you later.
The list is growing.
The list is growing.
But there's like hundreds of accounts that are kind of like spreading it, and they're all like relatively new, like they've been made in the last like 4 months.
It's Russian bots.
I was gonna say,
What's
I
the
wonder how
equivalent
many
of
of them are
Russian
just
bots
bot
in this,
accounts.
Calistigian bots.
Oh, Calistigian bots. They all have like just some like terrible old quote from like a nihilist philosopher in the header of their profile.
Yeah.
And the name is just something with a bunch of numbers after it. They don't even have a profile picture.
God. Worse, they use AI for their profile picture.
No! Spark of Creation does not approve.
Terrible.
Is Eevee technically the product of AI?
No?
No.
Oh, he has a point. He has a point. I like to think she's evolved past that. I mean, Evie has been having an internal dialogue about like. I think most of that was solved initially because she was the version that was a real person.
Yeah.
Like she was the successful experiment, so she never
Yeah.
questioned it, and has the thought process of like, I think, therefore I am. However, I think there was arguably like the seed of doubt planted when she died and really didn't go anywhere. So yeah.
When we're saying product of AI, you mean she is AI,
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
not
To be fair,
made by
guys,
AI.
remember, futuristic sci-fi AI is very different from our, involuntary crowdsourced thieving AI.
Terrible,
Yeah.
awful AI that no one
Well,
should use.
Fairness,
Also-
I would not put it past Tolatio to like amalgamate personalities the same way that modern artificial
Yes.
intelligence amalgamates images, the way that it just steals things.
Also,
But they all personalities that he already made, and he's just recycling.
I wouldn't have put it past him to like scrub the internet in some way and
Okay.
sort of like put
Yeah, that's
together
personalities from like various influencers and
See, but I'm assuming that is how
Historical
Evie
figures.
started. I'm
Evie is
also
a
assuming
sentient
that
Twitter
Evie
feed.
has grown past that at this point.
what a dire insult sentient Twitter feed.
Also
God
very,
damn.
also very different from our tech buzzwordy way of we kind of shoehorn a lot of things with the
What do we
term
got?
AI. That don't
Sentient
actually
Twitter
matter.
feed and undead skank. New genders
heard
just dropped.
Tonight at 11.
Someone refer to AI prompters as artists,
Artists.
and that's the only thing I've been able to refer to them as since.
That's
artists.
amazing.
That's fun. I love that.
Remember, if you use AI for creative endeavors, you're a scumbag. Moving on.
Yeah.
And a thief.
And a thief. But the GIF in front of you kind of just they just like blink. Yes. And there's like
To
a moment.
protect this place from devastation, we must unite all peoples within this nation.
Oh boy.
Also, everything in the general vicinity. Did you see what happened to the Ambrosia Rose sector?
Yes, I saw.
That is what will
That was the result of one of these bombs.
He's bad.
One of these bombs.
Fine. We'll work with you all for now.
Yay! Friendship bracelet. I
What
would
describe
almost-
them
Like I
to me,
said.
Luna?
Um,
What's the friendship bracelet you're handing this gift looks like?
My god.
literally like a Taylor Swift bead bracelet with like letters on it that spell friend, but it's FREND.
They take it and they like go to like try to put it around their neck, like some sort of like collar or choker, I guess would be the better way.
It is.
wrist.
Do you know
Oh.
what? However you want to do
Okay,
it.
and they put it on their wrist.
I was actually concerned. While I have every confidence in my companions to solve this issue and save the station and everyone in it, it would be perhaps arrogant of us to assume we will, and it would be unfair of us to not give you the opportunity to get to safety.
Evie looks a little dejected, but she agrees.
I think we probably need your help, though. The GIF won't help us unless you also help us, because they are afraid of mechs and security.
Yes,
And
if the Calistigian Order has turned any of the station's lower level security on to their side, it was largely robotic, it would be very dangerous.
I will also say that perhaps helping us with your forces that can fight versus letting those that are very clearly citizens and cannot provide that help may be wise.
I don't want to see any normal people die. They didn't sign up for that.
So perhaps evacuation while your stronger people help us.
My company will aid you all. But let it be known that this is a temporary aid. Once the Calistigian Order is dealt with, I will
Please.
expect to be properly compensated by Helios.
What do you mean?
And then we will also be friends forever.
Well, what do you mean compensation?
The station's very large, and clearly Helios can't govern it all themselves.
I say there is nothing wrong with figuring that out after and duking it out. I say ceasefire for now.
That's what I'm suggesting.
Very well.
Good.
Let's
I'm
beat
glad
the
we're
bigger
on the
guy
same
first.
page.
Are we supposed to be reading a book?
Don't worry
I
about
did
it.
not get a copy.
That's all right.
It's okay, Luna.
Luna
We'll draw you
looks just
pictures.
severely embarrassed.
Oh,
She forgot to read the book for book club.
it's a metaphorical book.
I don't know how to read those.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll talk later.
Okay.
I'll ready
So,
my men. I'll ready my men. You all alert others that we were ready to actually scribe. Yes, get in contact with Helios and the GIF and let them know that we'll be joining forces for a short time. As you command, leader. And about 40 minutes will pass, and eventually that large plaza outside the building, there's now a distinct large group. There is what appears to be Helios's sort of crew of bartenders and general baddies. There is the GIF, and there's also a group of the GIF, and they're all sort of just in this plaza together, looking at all of you now.
Okay. We're gonna go fight our way down to a galaxy destroying black hole of a bomb. And we're going to fight any of the Calistigian Order in our way.
I don't suppose any of our new friends have a long rest in a bottle or something.
Nope.
Oh,
We have
Any
time for a
bards
short
with a
rest.
moment of renewal, perhaps?
Maybe.
Yes, you
Say-
will have time for a
I was
short
gonna say,
rest.
if that was a 40-minute wait, would that be a short rest?
Yes, that is a short rest.
Cool.
And
I'll
hey,
take my action
while
surge back.
we're
Doesn't get me anything, bud.
talking and giving ideas of what's going on, and we can throw recruiting in it. Hey, if you're alive after today because no black hole bomb and you have things you want to achieve, I could be the dream god for you.
don't let your
Make
dreams
me-
Marketing yourself
Don't
right
let
now.
Make me a
Don't let your dreams be
make me a
dreams.
persuasion check.
26.
Pyramid
This
scheme
is
marketing
what I'm
yourself.
made for.
As you say that, there's a moment of silence over the group, Vim, and then one of the GIFs just yells, "Let's do it!"
Yes, don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
Just do it!
Just do it!
And there is cheers of "Just do it!" Now rolling through this entire crowd.
Get sued by Nike.
Vim, you can add roll me 2d4.
Six. That's a pretty good roll.
Nothing is updating on my end for some reason.
Weird.
Is anyone else seeing Chad's rolls, or is this just a will thing?
I saw it. It says 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
weird. Everything is breaking.
Everything is breaking.
Oh, there we go. Roll 20 just decided to disconnect for me for some reason.
Rip.
Yes, it does sometimes.
That would do it. But yeah. Vim, you get 6 new followers. Congratulations. And yeah, I think
Until their affiliate.
as you all heal up and things start to get going, we're going to cut away from the party for a second.
Uh-oh.
We're going to cut away and we're going to cut to another part of the universe where a beautiful forest is sitting. And in this absolutely glorious, gorgeous forest, you can see animals being hunted by skilled rangers. And as those animals are being hunted and bounty is being provided, a little bit of darkness starts to creep up one of the trees.
You stay the fuck out of Calder's realm.
In another place, this beautiful, almost stuck in twilight realm,
You? Stop that.
with a gorgeous celestial sea up on a shore. And as the sea waves in and out, a little bit of darkness crawls onto that shore. Into another scene of a very bright barracks. Hordes of fighters training and battling one another. Learning how to properly stand their ground in combat scenarios. And as one of the trainees is defeated and they sit on the ground, crawling off of their back, is a little bit of darkness.
Motherfucker.
Calder shoots it immediately.
Well, I'm
Not
glad
in
it was-
Zolam's realm.
Adelia
but-
chucks a blue eyes white dragon at it. I love how it dies.
I'm just saying, I'm glad it happened around one of the soldiers and not around Zola. As far as, detection goes.
Also,
maybe he
nothing
can feel
creepier than some shadow thing crawling up your back. Hate that.
Better that than crawling in your skin.
What is
And-
Kosi?
Hate that more. Hate that more.
What is Kosi?
As Nito is forging away at a forge and her hammer strikes a blade, one of the sparks turns to shadow and begins to run up the side of a wall.
Boo. Boo.
Where's Ko?
So you decided to fuck with all of our previous characters, decided to fuck with your current character.
Well,
Ko's dead.
Oh yeah, but she's still like in the pre-afterlife, being crotchety. She'd have so much shit to say about this.
in my day, shadows stood in their place behind you.
Yeah, Ko can just see all of this happening. It's just like,
Rash would say.
how are you all so stupid?
Yeah, Ko's like, I would do something about this, but I am already in my pajamas.
But yeah, then we jump back to the party. I just wanted to give that little scene.
You know what, guys? As we're going on this important mission,
You're a
I'd just like to say
monster.
I'm so happy that we're not being menaced by strange shadow things. That's great. That's a great thing.
That is a good
not
thing.
menaced by great shadow things.
I mean,
What's
I
a
can't imagine
perfectly
that would
odd and
happen.
wonderful sentiment.
Yeah. Look at these
I think
lovely
we can
fluorescent
all
lights
agree.
they have in this station. Oh, look, neon.
I feel the need to clarify. There's not fluorescent lights, Matt. It's all neon.
I mean,
Good.
aren't fluorescent lights? Aren't neon lights technically fluorescent? Like fluorescent
They
is
are-
a type of light. Neon is like a style.
Technically different,
It's
I think.
different gas.
I've never really thought
Yeah.
about it.
yeah.
Neon gas.
Because
that's right.
neon is a
Oh.
gas.
Yeah. Listen, Matt, can't you see?
No,
I don't know where this is going, but you can stop now.
I
Okay.
agree.
I will stop singing. I will stop referencing the neon song from Ruby.
I mean, yes, Matt can see. It's Zolam who can't see.
This is
Can't
true.
you see?
E.
Anyway,
But yeah. I don't know. We're advancing through the possible Palestinian booby trap
We're-
section of the station now.
yeah. Are y'all
Not the perception
booby
checks?
trap.
are y'all going to head down there?
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't
We got
see
nothing
where
else
else.
to do, I
You
guess.
want
Yeah, I
where
don't see
else to
where
go?
else to
That's
go.
the vibe.
I can scout ahead in the pipes if you'd like.
Do you
Well,
think
it's
you'll be
once
safe if
again-
you do?
It is an elevator to get down to these levels. Like there is on Helio Station, there's sort of like a central shaft, that is like the air. Rosie,
Moving right
I'm
along.
taking a hero point away from you.
That's fair.
No, you can't do
We have 13
that.
minutes left. You'll get it back.
There is like a central shaft that acts
Only
as like the main
sapphic
elevator
jokes.
for the system, for the station, and as like you're all sort of in there moving down towards the level that the Calistigian Order controls where the bomb would be, there is a sound, and from the side, basically from the bottom floor of this area, lifting up into the air appears to be some sort of ship.
Oh, are we doing that one bit from Mass Effect where you have to fight a gunship?
I've
And
already done that bit though, Darius.
as the ship
I wouldn't
comes
do it.
flying up towards all of you, it almost ignores the elevator, and instead of shooting at the party inside of it, it shoots at the support for the elevator on either side.
Yeah,
That
that's what I
makes
thought.
And as the elevator detaches and you all enter into a free fall, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
No, we still got 12 minutes.
We have this is a better cliffhanger than after this encounter.
What is the physics behind flying, but also a free fall?
Falling with
It means you get
style.
bumped onto the
Terminal
ceiling is what
velocity
it
for like
means.
humans is like 6. Like,
I'm just not sure if it's one of those things where you'd be contained. So if I was flying in the middle, I would just stay in the middle.
But yes, chat,
You
join
would hit the
us.
ceiling of the elevator is what would happen.
Yeah.
Join us next time as I run an encounter that is the reason I will never go on Tower of the Terror.
I friggin' hate that.
Well, what
guy.
about Tower of Terror? Would you go on that?
You just
Oh,
had
boy.
to do it.
He just had to do it.
Will
That's
is
not
having
me.
a tough time.
I'm having a rough listen. I'm not going to lie, it's been a really, really, really rough week for me.
Oh.
Oh, buddy.
So I deserve it. Thank you all so much for coming. Join us next time, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.